I'm very excited for this Monday Night Football game that we have in San Francisco. The 49ers hosting the Jets. Point spread movement from the summertime and also today down as low as 3.5 earlier at a lot of spots. Now the 49ers are sitting as a 4 or 4.5 point. Shop around as always. Point favorite in this game tonight against the Jets. The total is around 43. I personally, in one of my contest plays, I'm in the Super Contest and have 2 in the millions. In the 1 millions entry, I need the Jets to go 4-1. So here's the way that I'm personally going to be approaching it tonight. I also have a parlay, Jets money line parlay to USC over LSU from 2 weeks ago. What my hope is, I hope the Jets get out to an early lead tonight, and I want to come back on the 49ers if I can catch like plus 3.5 at some point during the game. That's what I want to look forward to.
I'm nervous. Based on what happened with Kirk Cousins, I don't know what you're going to get out of Rodgers tonight. Kirk Cousins could not move. So what mobility does Rodgers have?
He was a total statue yesterday.
What does Rodgers have left? I got great numbers on Cousins later coming up, but that's a problem number one.
Good observation, Pauly.
So that's big. Now, San Francisco, there had to be a fall guy. You get beat and you blow it in the Super Bowl again, so now we have a new defensive coordinator. But I think the Jets' O-line is going to hold up here and that they've revamped and fixed, and maybe you don't get a serious pass rush out of San Francisco. It starts up front. It also starts with Hall. And I think he's in for a big year. And the fact that the guy had 1,000 yards rushing and 500 receiving with those horrible quarterbacks, he's your guy. Feed him. And the bromance with Wilson. Oh, I add Williams now too. So I love that. And I love the weapons that Rodgers has. But first things first, what does he have left? And can they protect him, which I think they will. But I don't know if he can move because that was alarming that Cousins was a statue. And not one play action in the entire game. And every time they lined up shotgun, they threw the ball. Atlanta Falcons.
Might have to make a move to Michael Penix sooner than you think. If the guy can't move back there. I will say this. That was a typical Steelers win. Now, I'm going to tie in both those teams. I'm glad you brought that up because of Kirk Cousins, but I'll mention this about the offensive line. Everywhere that I look this year, for people who grade units on every team in the league, Atlanta was graded out as like an elite offensive line, one of the best in the entire game. They were completely dominated by the front of the Steelers. Maybe no surprise because the Steelers front, T.J. Watt, they're so good.
T.J. Watt was ridiculous.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
So I bring that up because I'm looking at Mike Clay's ratings. I'm looking at Warren Sharp's ratings. Others, they have the Jets offensive line. It's caught me off guard, several months ago when I was looking at this stuff. Top 5, top 6 in the entire league. Top 5 or top 6 because of the additions they made in the offseason. If it holds up like that, the 49ers front can be very aggressive as well and very good overall. But if they can hold up, then maybe it won't be an issue tonight. And to pay off the tease overall, Aaron Rodgers played in all 17 games of the 2022 season. He threw for 3,695 yards, 26 touchdowns, and 12 INTs. The most passing yards in any game that year, 291 in a loss to the Lions. The last time Rodgers threw for 300 yards in a game, a 45-30 win over the Bears on December 12th, 2021. I get it. He missed all of last year. But again, he played in all 17 games of 2022, never threw for 300 yards. His prop is between 234.5 and 235.5 tonight. He went over that number only 5 times. Only 5 times did he have more than 234.5, 235.5 yards passing in 2022. His final year in a Green Bay Packers uniform.
Yep.
I thought that was stunning.
Very good. He has won 10 in a row on Monday Night Football. Do with that what you want. But the thing I mentioned about Hall, he was also on a pitch count last year. So
that's right.
He's going to go off and eat too this season also. And I can't get this out of my head how bad the San Francisco defense was in the Super Bowl, in the NFC title game, and against Green Bay.
True.
So see if Rodgers can take advantage through the air. And then the other thing is it's a nasty Jets defense. What can they do against the San Francisco offense? And I think you're going to get some rust out of Ayuk as well.
I think so.
You saw what happened with Cincinnati with that mess with Chase, but also with this, we're going to trade you to Pittsburgh. Okay, I changed my mind. I'll stay with the 49ers. We'll get a deal done, and what that'll look like and these guys were in and out with the holdouts and Williams and Ayuk and what that'll look like, and then the sad news about Pearsall too. So
yeah. On that note, we had a professional sports bettor reach out to us and say he was looking to play Ayuk under everything tonight. Because of, obviously, the possible rust angle, been out of camp, only came back recently to the team, and he's taken on an elite secondary. But the numbers this is already accounted for. So He didn't like what he saw, so he was staying off at the time. I will give you this when it comes to first touchdown scores in the game tonight. At any time, McCaffrey's as high as what, minus 180 you saw?
Yes.
To score a touchdown tonight? He's like, I think I saw like plus 350 to score 2 touchdowns. Come on.
Yeah.
So,
well, you can run. That's the thing, though. The Jets were number 2 pass defense last year, but they were 25th against the run.
Right.
They had issues against the run. So can San Francisco take advantage? Will they take advantage? That remains to be seen. But that's the way I would attack it if I'm Shanahan.
So because of Shanahan's play calling ability, and obviously they have tons of talented offense, the 49ers scored the first touchdown in the regular season. They scored the first touchdown of the game in 13 out of their 17 games last year. Overall, McCaffrey scored San Francisco's first touchdown. Not in the game, but San Francisco's first touchdown of the game 9 times last year. So they would get down to the goal line often and feed him quite a bit. Ayuk and Samuel did it 3 times. On the flip side for the Jets, Wilson scored twice last year. But what does last year have anything to do with this year? You're going from the worst quarterback you're ever going to watch to Aaron Rodgers and a question mark with him.
Yeah.
But Breece Hall did score the Jets' first touchdown of the game 6 times last year. And he is plus 115, plus 120 in that range to score a touchdown tonight anyway. He's plus 650 to score the game's first touchdown.
Okay.
Can you expect... you love Garrett Wilson overall.
Oh,
right?
Big year coming. If Rodgers stays healthy, enormous season coming.
So
I'm here for anything, by the way. 100 catches, 1,500 yards, 12, 14 touchdowns. I'm here for all of it.
Now, let me ask you this, though. Are you going to be betting anything with Wilson tonight, or do you need to kind of see what Rodgers looks like
I have to see what Rodgers looks like. I want to make sure the O-line can hang in there as well. Can I interest you in the opening kickoff to be a touchback?
Of course, yeah, I'm listening.
How about that? Yeah, okay, $1.40 now. Got a minus, but how things have changed, huh? Plus 280 cashed opening night, 70-cent move, plus 220 cashed Friday night. And then you saw 19 of the 24 kickoffs of the first 2 games were touchbacks. So now we went from plus 280, now we're minus 150 in these games, and it's minus 150 tonight.
Another dream scenario.
They didn't account for this. They didn't know how to put a number up on it, and they were just assuming, okay, well, team's just going to pound it through the end zone. We're going to start at the 30.
Okay, so what is it going to get to, by the way, if this continues to happen by like week 3, week 4? Minus $3?
Our team's going to change, or?
I don't know.
I don't know.
What do you think of the new graphics they put on TV during these games?
I like it.
The
zone.
Where
you see the zone. I like it.
Very colorful.
Yes.
A lot of action going on.
Yeah, there is. Okay, it's good. I don't mind it. Right. It's a great matchup, and I'm rooting for the Jets, and we have them on futures, and they haven't made the playoffs since 2010. It's the first time. Oh God, what was it? First time since the early 2000s, I think. They're favored to win the division. So this is right there for them. I mean, you see, Buffalo has issues. Josh Allen had to be Superman to win that game.
He did.
And I love that everyone eats, and he spread, I think, 11 different guys caught a pass.
You were right with that.
I love that. But
I lost the Shakir bets because of that.
Okay, yeah. But in Miami certainly struggled, but it's right there for the Jets, and this is big. This is enormous to start 5-0, to start 6-0. Their schedule is so easy after this. It's something we also threw out there during the whole summer. What if the Jets are impressive, win the game, and the Bills struggle? How many times are the Jets going to be underdogs? So it's a great way to start the season, and it's a tough game. And I don't necessarily agree with the under money either, because there's so many skill position players are unreal in this game.
They are.
So many weapons. And I know he's always hurt, but Williams is good. That's another weapon that Rodgers has as well.
Right. So why is it that when I'm thinking about what Purdy's going to look like tonight, I cannot get that primetime game against the Ravens out of my head from last year?
Flush it. Got to flush it.
Are you sure? Because the Ravens' defense is very similar to the Jets' defense in terms of overall playmakers and how good they are. I think the Jets are the best defense in football.
Yeah.
But with an absolutely elite secondary.
Mm-hmm. The other thing that gives me pause is Hackett. He's terrible.
What about the Hackett-Rodgers combination?
Yeah.
Does that...
They have a good rapport, but still,
right,
it's
sure.
like how much... I want Rodgers dictating and calling things and overruling him. I don't want that. Like what happened in Green Bay. McCarthy, get out of here. I'm running the show. But that gives me pause, too. But no defensive or special teams touchdown. Longest touchdown under 37.5 yards, even though there's a lot of talent on the field. I still like that. Opening kickoff to be a touchback. And Wilson should get over 60 yards. He should. And that's like $1.20 at DraftKings.
Yeah.
That should happen. Hall's 4-1 to get 100 yards. He's 60. He's 140 to get 60 yards.
I might be betting him to score an anytime touchdown tonight
Uh-huh.
at plus money. I mean, we're so high on him. We have him on several tickets. Offensive Rookie of the Year. We have him on that bet. 1,000 rushing and 500 receiving.
Yep.
So I mean, to score a touchdown tonight in the first game of the season,
Yeah.
I think he's going to have some opportunities there.
How about Williams? $1.25 to have 25 yards? Come on.
Well, he might catch the first pass of the game for 14 yards and then leave.
Well, I'll trust Rodgers in the offense, though, with that one. I mean, if you're going to put an emphasis on Wilson, as you should.
Thanks for watching, but don't let the betting insights end here. If you want an extra edge this football season, you can get a month of VSiN Pro right now, absolutely free. That means access to our betting insights, analysis, and tools like our betting splits at zero cost to you. Click the link in the description to sign up.